energizing your soul through the inspired Word of God. This is your daily devotional reading.
Our Daily Bread, the Bible and the French Revolution. June 7th, Popery began the work atheism was completing. Though the cause of evil prosper, yet the truth alone is strong. Though her portion be the scaffold, and upon the throne be wrong, yet that scaffold sways the future, and behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. Popery began the work atheism was completing. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 19. When the goddess was brought into the convention, the orator took her by the hand and turning to the assembly said, "Mortals, cease to tremble before the powerless thunders of a God whom your fears have created. Henceforth, acknowledge no divinity but reason. I offer you its noblest and purest image. If you must have idols, sacrifice only to such as this. Fall before the august senate of freedom. O veil of reason." The goddess, after being embraced by the president, was mounted on a magnificent car and conducted amid an immense crowd to the cathedral of Notre Dame to take the place of the Deity. There she was elevated on the high altar and received the adoration of all present. This was followed not long afterward by the public burning of the Bible. On one occasion, the popular society of the museum entered the hall of the municipality exclaiming, "Vive la raison!" and carrying on the top of a pole the half-burned remains of several books, among other breviaries, missals, and the Old and New Testaments, which expiated in a great fire, said the president, all the fooleries which they have made the human race commit. It was Popery that had begun the work which atheism was completing. The policy of Rome had wrought out those conditions, social, political, and religious, that were hurrying France on to ruin. Writers, in referring to the horrors of the Revolution, say that these excesses are to be charged upon the throne and upon the church. In strict justice, they are to be charged upon the church. Popery had poisoned the minds of kings against the Reformation, as an enemy to the crown, an element of discord that would be fatal to the peace and harmony of the nation. It was the genius of Rome that by this means inspired the direst cruelty and the most galling oppression which proceeded from the throne. The spirit of liberty went with the Bible. Wherever the gospel was received, the minds of the people were awakened. They began to cast off the shackles that had held them bond slaves of ignorance, vice, and superstition. They began to think and act as men. Monarchs saw it and trembled for their despotism. This passage was taken from the Great Controversy, pages 276 and 277. Our Daily Bread. The protest continues, and have a blessed and happy Sabbath.
I encourage you to be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. Thank you for listening, and be sure to join us tomorrow for your daily devotional reading.